Welcome back to Triple Trouble 16-bit. So let's add the egg Zeppelin. There you go. So yeah, once again, taking a cue from Wing Fortress, we'll jump from pole to pole. There you go. Oh. There you go.
And so is this like a completely original location, as you mentioned in the previous part?
Yes.
Part?
Yes. Basically,
like
it serves as a transition.
It's also completely original.
Yeah, it serves as a transition from this. But basically, the idea is to elongate the game a bit to make it more like with the full length that Sonic 3 and Knuckles had, because you know, like because the original game didn't have as many zones. So. Not to mention, the original Triple Trouble technically had like a final Eggman lair type level, but it didn't have a flying fortress, like a flying ship necessarily.
Basically, what this game is apparently trying to do is do a bit of what Sonic 3 and Knuckles was doing for the most part. That is having transitions between the levels, essentially.
Oh, there it is, the yellow Chaos Emerald. And
they brought back his boss stream from Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
Ew.
The Sonic and Knuckles portion. Ah, dang it, Egghead!
And here are the jet shoes. There you go. Alright.
It's a good idea we prepped those in advance.
Indeed. Okay,
Oh,
so
Batman nonsense is this?
so this is this game's take on the Sky Chase concept, and you just press the jump button so you can do a little spin that goes forward, so you can kill the enemies. There you go.
Yeah, that seems a lot better.
Guess you can say retroactively I beat Shadow to the rocket shoes.
Air.
Perfect, Edge.
All right, so now that we've taken some cues from Wing Fortress and Sky Chase, now the rest of the stage is more akin to the Flying Battery from Sonic 3 and Knuckles. So again, like a pastiche, you know, cleverly taking elements from and reworking them into something that feels fresh and yet familiar.
What's with these sound effects?
It's the sound of the fans.
As for speaking of audio, like just like with the graphics, the music was also done to feel like the same kind of music you'd hear from Sonic 3 and from the Sonic 3 and Knuckles saga.
I like how they made a new shimming sprite for him.
There's quite a even though there's a lot of sprites reused from Sonic 3 and Knuckles, there's still quite a lot of new ones as well.
Damn those mines.
Gotta be quick on them.
There we go.
Okay, I gotta know, who the heck makes a giant pipe that leads from the top of the ship right out down the bottom?
I guess it's Robotnik's way of disposing unwanted people? I don't know.
Probably.
Ha, a lot of good
Garbage
that
disposal?
does him.
Garbage day.
Or, you know, the toilet. I don't know.
I won't make a
case you have
joke and
to
say
go
that
while
these airship
outside.
design
And
people
we
say-
found the engine room. So let's
Oh.
destroy the engine.
Sure would be a shame if somebody were to blow it up.
And now you have 40 seconds to escape.
Consequences, now run.
What was that line?
I like the change in
What did you
music
think
here,
about bad
too.
behavior being punished.
And there you go. Fortunately, with the drop dash, this is relatively straightforward. And
Too easy, piece of cake.
yep, there we go.
Whee!
All right,
Sonic and Tails of Fuse.
and now back to the original material, back to the old material. Robotnik Winter Act 1. There we are.
Oh,
And we literally see the ship falling down. Also, get it? It's a throwback to how originally in Sonic 3 and Knuckles you were supposed to transition from flying battery to Ice Cap Zone.
Exactly.
I'll admit, I kind of prefer the way we actually got it since, you know, saving flying batteries on Pro 8 is better in my book.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a really clever Robotnik.
Yeah, this is a
Narrative material.
yeah. That's a Badnik that's very that particular Badnik is specifically a reference to Sonic Chaos, basically. One of the bosses of Sonic Chaos specifically, which might as well because the bosses of Sonic Chaos are so pathetically easy. They might as well be Badniks rather than
yeah,
bosses.
Didn't Johnny said in his review that Sonic Chaos is, at least in his opinion, the easiest Sonic game period?
Yeah, that not just that too. The bosses are pathetic, absolutely pathetic. Like
It was the stark opposite of Sonic 2 8-bit.
yeah, it's like the after the criticism of Sonic 2 8-bit, they literally went to the other extreme, where they made the game a complete cakewalk.
Damn.
I mean, it's still possible to have fun with Sonic Chaos, but yeah, no, it's very easy.
Like when it comes to Sonic Chaos, I see it as like a way to introduce Sonic to your 5-year-old cousin or brother, like that kind
It's
of.
not inherently terrible.
Oh, no.
I'd say it's a better way to introduce him than say Sonic Schoolhouse.
Obviously.
Give it a try then.
Oh.
Alright, Tio. We're gonna make you play Sonic Mania. See if you get it.
Dad, the thing is that I told you, I already had it technically, but maybe it's because I really just don't put much, thought and effort into it, but I really suck at that. The best I can say is I use Tails, but I use him as a crutch more than anything.
No, you use Mighty.
So yeah,
That way.
the remade Robotnik Winter, as expected, takes some cues from Ice Cap Zone.
Oh no, Ray takes
It also looks
Ray
like
is
it
skill
takes-
issue.
It also looks like it takes some cues from Ice Mountain from Sonic Advance 1.
Again, a lot of elements, like Shiwa noted, the plane section of the special stages, aside from paying homage to the original special stage, also seem like they probably took some cues from these special stages of Sonic Advance 3.
Is the snowball thing supposed to be a reference to Lost World?
I think it might be.
Possibly. We'll see.
They made references to games of the past and the future.
Well, remember, even
Oh,
Sonic
we're just
Mania.
Sonic fans and we see
This is kind of like this.
Everything's a reference if you put your mind to it.
It kind of reminds.
No, that's dangerous zones we dare not go to.
To me, it actually reminds.
zone, like where Sonic.
Yeah, Pedro.
Honestly, the snowball gimmick actually reminds me of the snowball. It works just like the snowball gimmick from Wireline 3. So
This is a Sonic game.
Yeah, I would probably see it more so as a reference to Lost World as opposed to Wario, just for the sake that, well...
What would be the Sonic equivalent to a Wario game?
That,
Tales of Adventure.
a Knuckles
You
game.
play as
So,
Surge the Kendrick.
Okay. The equivalent to a Luigi game is Shadow the Hedgehog, so Knuckles Chaotix should probably be the equivalent to the Wario game.
Ugh.
Wait, how is Shadow the Hedgehog the equivalent to Luigi's Mansion?
Okay, basically, in the sense that, for the Olympic Games, Shadow was kind of portrayed as the counterpart to Luigi, because like Luigi, he is essentially the counterpart Hedgehog. You know how Luigi is the counterpart plumber to Mario, essentially?
Oh,
That's kind of like what Shadow is for Sonic in that regard.
My comparison stems in talking about, comparison in gameplay, specifically. I mean, what would be, gameplay-wise, a Sonic game that would function like Wario Land?
Okay. Like, you mean, so it plays like Wario Land, or it's
But
like the
as
Sonic
hold on.
answer to
like,
Wario?
what
Penguin statue.
more and everything.
Sturge.
And there's Knuckles. Knock, it's Knuckles.
Hello.
There he is.
Also, Dej, we don't know how Surge would actually play in a game, but no, Tio's asking for like...
She's literally just Sonic.
Hold on, guys.
Email.
Alright, there's actually one particular new element to this particular Knuckles boss fight. There you
I
go.
appreciate how. Whoa.
Yes, Edge.
That's Koala Kong from Crash Bandicoot.
Go on.
I was like, I appreciate how they have his dive attack from the advanced games.
Yep.
But yeah, no, dudes. The idea with Wario is that he's actually quite different from Mario as opposed to just that one aspect. So even in that regard, Surge wouldn't really apply there.
Like, you need to be a character that's capable of, I guess, comedically metamorph, but also that's motivated purely by greed.
Fuck. Alright.
Closest
The
might.
Weasel. I mean, Fang Sniper.
Alright, so let's...
Yes.
We have 0 rings.
Look,
So-
the whole,
Maybe
because
a
the whole-
Rouge game.
like the whole. Point
Thanks, Sonic.
Cool.
The whole point of a Wario Land game is supposed to be the subversive of a Mario game. So
Oh,
Well, it
hold on, guys.
It depends on said Wario game, but yeah. It's
Wow, Knuckles is so Wow, Knuckles is so strong, he actually can cause an avalanche. Jesus. Alright, so this of course leads into the primary gimmick of Robotnik Winter in the original game was the snowboard, so this is the game's way of bringing that in by starting with its own unique set piece. There you go.
oh my god, I can't believe that Crash Bandicoot stole this.
And there you go.
No.
No.
Now.
No.
It's too easy, Ditch.
No, I still like if this came out on the Genesis and it had this, I'd be like, oh wow, I can't believe the Crash Bandicoot really was Sonic's ass game.
I mean, Wrath of Cortex was not exactly the most inspirational game anyway.
Well, I mean, considering that game was made in like a year.
And it has the most vehicle section out of any Crash game.
Which is not inherently a bad idea. The shame is it does
Yeah,
not
here it
feel
is.
like they all got the time and love that they needed.
There he is.
So yeah,
Not
now
even that bad of a game.
this is actually starting to look more like the original Robotnik Winter.
Eh, cute.
Oh, for a second there, I thought that was like the quicksand effect in Sonic where you die if you fall into it too much.
So let's see how long I can, again, just like in the original game, let's see how long I can keep going without having to ditch the snowboard.
Sonic, I don't think this really follows the laws of physics.
Says
Alright,
two tails, I make
doesn't
my
follow
own
the law.
physics.
Two tails that can fly.
They're built for speed.
Alright,
Character that finds
so
existence of
yeah,
aliens hard to believe.
there we go. And I have to drop it here because it happens when you go into a tube. So
I like how that board, though, came through the tube with Sonic somehow.
yeah.
Which is funny given what it would have had to have gone. And yes, the flame shield does melt some of the ice platforms, so be careful with that.
Awesome.
And there we are. It also melted that we just saw earlier, and let's continue.
Guess you could say I'm fire and
Fire, flight? I don't know.
Welcome to Sonic Boom, Fire and Ice.
yeah.
Why
Yes,
do
you do get something when you combine those.
Yes, Steam.
And Ice on Fire, as this
But
game
that game's only on the
shows.
3DS, not on Steam.
Shush.
Alright, let's go.
Oh god. Oh, I can't do the laugh arm now.
So what you're saying is that when you combine Fire and Ice, you get Gabe Newell.
You get Sonic Triple Trouble 16
But
bit.
but you could, I'm sure you can play this on your Steam Deck, so technically, I guess, I don't know.
Does the Steam Deck allow for non-Steam PC games?
Yes, that's what
It
people
allows
use
for
the Steam Deck for
emulators
emulation.
uses.
Well, yeah, but this is not emulated. This is an actual PC game. No, it's not.
Look, if there's a will, there's a way.
All right, where there's a will, there's a way.
There's a will, there's a way.
Steam Deck users are basically the vegans of the video game community.
What? Over the top pretentious?
You said it, not me.
I mean, let's be honest. Vegans tend to be like that. Not saying all are, but holy cow.
So you guys basically have the thing for with vegans that I have with hippies, basically.
Right. Hippies aren't a thing anymore.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Hippies, yeah.
Unless you were around in the 70s when hippies were a thing.
I thought it was the 60s instead.
Yeah, that was more the 60s, yeah.
Make love, not
60s
war,
and 70s, like, yes, they were mostly predominant in the 60s, but they were still enough of a presence in the 70s.
Fuck.
Remember, the 70s was what gave us... Yeah, they got
interesting
that
little nod to
weird-
the old games right there that nobody wants.
Yeah. Remember, the game's code was built using the Sonic 3 and Knuckles code as a basis, you know?
It's weird because there are some codes that are able to get rid of that stupid bit there, so I guess they decided to keep that for...
Hey guys, you've been asking for a more classic-like experience for years. You repot yourself.
But some stuff should stay in the past.
Well, too bad. Once and all, that's how it works.
And alright, almost done. Okay, so we're almost done with Robotnik Winter, but I also have an extra surprise at near the end of this. Alright, but let's first fight the final boss of this zone specifically.
Giant penguin head.
Kind of DuckTales this.
It's looking slyly made a capsule themed after one of the Mavericks on the first Mega Man X.
Oh, Chill Penguin?
Chill Penguin?
Yeah, it's blue steel.
A Sonic and Mega Man X crossover. That could be a
I'd
pretty
rather
cool
have-
adventure that we should...
Enjoy the boss rush at the end.
That should be...
I'd rather have Sonic Youth Classics.
There we
I'm
are.
actually curious. Oh,
And that's it.
5.
You're saying to you?
Wait, hold on. It's not over yet.
Apparently there's a little
It, actually, it is over yet, yeah. But we have a zone transition coming
No,
up.
you'll see what I mean. Okay, now it's over.
I'm actually curious that because fans of Mega Man seem to be very split. Oh, elevator taking me down.
convenient elevator.
Very Doctor Who-esque elevator.
We're getting into the next zone of the original game.
Hidden Palace Zone? No way!
No, we have a different palace because this is Triple Trouble, Joe, as you're about to see. Welcome
I know.
So yeah, title plant, the water level of the original game. So, since I still had some time in this part, I decided to show off Supersonic because the Supersonic theme of this game is a fantastic rendition of the original Triple Trouble theme.
I joked about Hidden Palace because no, look at it. That is definitely using the essence of Hidden
If I
Palace.
understand correctly, in the original was not one of those where you could use Supersonic, after you got the
No.
Chaos Emerald.
You only have 6 Chaos Emeralds
you only
in.
get the
Yeah.
yeah. Also, you could only get the final Chaos Emerald after defeating.
Yeah, what you're seeing now is footage from my completed file. Go on.
I've always liked to imagine that the reason you couldn't turn Super was because you only had the 6 Chaos Emeralds. I kind of did like a take that Super Mario Bros. Z had, that if you have, like, say, less than 7 Chaos Emeralds, you can still achieve some power with a number.
I mean, that's
of
what
them.
Tails does in his adventure. The Chaos Emeralds grant him extra health.
Supersonic was never a thing in the 8-bit games, was he?
No.
Oh.
The
Okay,
8-bit
Being
game.
some murderous birds.
The 8-bit games were always more straightforward, more traditional platforming compared to the Mega Drive games.
A little faster.
My headcanon has always been that you don't go Super in the 8-bit games because, like I said, you only have the 6 Chaos Emeralds and you need 7 to go Super. This also ties into how with Sonic 1, they only had 6 Chaos Emeralds back then. Speaking of which, did they change that up in Origins, Pedro, or is it still just 6 there?
In the first Sonic game. Okay, what they do is the game plays exactly that. Then you have the animated scene that takes the new animated ending scene for Sonic 1. When the Chaos Emeralds start being drawn to West Island, suddenly the 7th Chaos Emerald shows up out of nowhere and joins them.
Okay. That's cute then. I guess the idea is like, well, Sonic used the 6 Chaos Emeralds to do whatever that happy little thing was. Oh yeah, shoot, that reminds me.
Also, apparently Sonic's board also turned super.
He's just that powerful. But yeah, Pedro, a question. Does Origins also have different cutscenes for in case you don't get all the Chaos Emeralds in a certain game?
No, it does not.
So I guess whenever you're playing on that special story mode, it pretty much just proceeds as if you got all the Chaos Emeralds.
No, they made the cutscenes vague enough so that it can be either way. Anyway, now let's talk about the actual hidden palace of Triple Trouble real quick. Basically, Teo, in the original game, like you yourself said, we find Fang in the Purple Palace, which is basically a hidden zone, and you can find it like so. Welcome to Purple Palace. There you go. The hidden palace of Triple Trouble. There you go.
Oh.
So there you go. Even,
I didn't get the...
so there you go. Even the Purple Palace made a comeback in this remake. Go on, Shuri.
So this is where
One thing I didn't get...
Sorry.
One thing I didn't get the chance to say a couple of parts ago is that the last special stage we went into looked like the outside of this place.
I noticed when it looked to me instead more a bit like Angel Island, because you have the static of the temple that gets referenced all the time.
Angel Island's a little bit more yellow.
So this is where Sonic goes every time he dies.
I think are you thinking of Marble Zone, perhaps?
That was in the first game, Joe. I was referring to
No, Teo. That's Marble Hill Zone you're thinking of. Marble Zone is the zone from Sonic 3.
You mean Marble Garden?
Marble Garden.
Yeah, I think it's Marble Garden, actually.
Listen, there's a lot of green hills, there's a lot of marble things, okay? Give us
There's
a
a lot of
break.
chemical. There's a lot of seaside. There's a lot of casinos.
There's a
I
lot of
can
West
see what
Stop-
Shuri means, though, in terms of now that I see the background. Yeah, the last stages also look like that. So.
Indeed. Well, remember, Knuckles is involved in this game, so it potentially maybe because. And remember, the story establishes that this takes place next to Angel Island, like near it, so we can potentially argue that. Oh, and by the way, here it is, the spring from the original game, as well as
It
Chaos.
also reminds... Oh, sorry.
I said, yeah, go on.
Oh, the aesthetic also reminds me of Angel Island from Advance 1.
Nice.
So yeah, just like the Hidden Palace zone in Christian Whitehead Sonic 2, you can use the Purple Palace to bypass straight into Tidal Plant, kind of like how completing Hidden Palace in the new Sonic 2 bypasses Mystic Cave, basically.
Alright then.
Alright, tune in next time, everybody, where we go into Tidal Plant.
Yeah.
See ya.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.